Welcome to the Cyber Sangha podcast. Cyber Sangha is a program of free live broadcasts, launched in 2009 by renowned teacher and author Tenzin Wangyal Rinpoche. Join us as we draw on ancient Tibetan wisdom to discover how to connect with our best self and live to our highest potential. The following teaching, Realizing Your Full Potential, Clearing Obstacles to Positive Speech, was given by Rinpoche on July 11th, 2022 as part of a year-long series, Bring Body, Speech, and Mind to Life. This content is for informational purposes only. Listeners should consult medical professionals for any physical or mental health concerns. Please use headphones and do not meditate while driving or operating machinery.
Good morning, everybody, all our Cyber Sangha members, Facebook friends. First of all, I wanted to apologize this morning about confusion about the time zone. I thought, anyway, so sorry for being delayed here, but happy to be with all of you. I am up in Canada, Vancouver Island, with the Gishe Yongdong Chamaling Center. Have wonderful able to get together with the Chamaling community yesterday night. So Gisela and we went bike, and when I checked my message, I said, everybody's waiting for me. I said, and I thought it was a little later. So, but I run back. So I'm here now. So today's topic is realizing your potential. So this is part of whole 12-month Facebook Live program. In general sense, realizing your potential. So that's the title. And we all definitely need to realize our potential. Whenever we think, wherever we are and whatever situation we are in, we think like this is it, and there's no more to grow, there's nothing more to change. And when we begin to think that way, and it's a little issue there. And also anytime we are trying to, whatever problem we are trying to resolve, we are trying to realize something, achieve something, accomplish something, when we begin to have this kind of energy of giving it up, and just so important to just kind of be aware of that energy coming up. Okay, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, it's not going to work, I'm going to give it up. When you hear those voices, you just have to breathe all these thoughts out. Breathe out, allow your body, speech, mind to settle down. And then say, I'm not giving it up. I'm going to find a solution with much more calm, peaceful, creative place. And taking that space is always important. So most of the time, realizing our full potential has something to do with either is our body, something that very much related with our body, or something very much related with our speech, communication, or something very much related with our mind and emotions and thoughts. So this month is about speech. So clearing obstacles to positive speech, clearing obstacle of our positive speech. So, and the speech is very interesting, language is interesting, how 7,000 language actually forms our brain, our personality, our health, our well-being, our mood, has so much to do with the language that we use, the voice that we use, words that we use, choose. And I guess at the end of the day, these, whatever the language, 1, 2, whatever amount is question about generally the language itself, how much the structure of the language itself, and then also individually how we use it. So let's say in like English and Tibetan, for very often, if you in one day, how many times you use I, me, rather than us, ours. So that tells something. So we have to kind of be constantly be aware of when we use the word I and me rather than us and ours. So the communication so much to do with that, and more our identity is related with our pain speech, and more it's harder to be more positive because we naturally we end up always defending, criticizing, defending ourselves. So that's I think the main point. But on the other hand, I think positive speech is very powerful. You know, sometimes I feel like just being out in the world with the people, it's always a kind of thinking that how I'm going to use my speech today, how I am going to stay more silent, how I'm going to listen more, how I am going to use my positive speech more, how I'm going to be more playful with my humor, so this is all always, it's a work that we always have to do. And when we are able to work, like any play, any game, you enjoy, you feel, you connect with people, you relate better with people, you feel better, your mood changes, you make more friends, you develop more deeper relationship with people. The speech has so much to do with it. On the other hand, if you look in past, every job that you lost, every relationship that you're separated from, every conflict that you created with someone, every separation that in relationship separation that you had with people as a partner, husband, wife, or family members or friend, most of the time it has something to do with your speech. If your speech were different, if you spoke differently in different tones, different voices, different words, different tones, you might have not lost those relationships, those friends, those jobs, those resources, those connections. Without doubt, we can say that. So it's very, very important. So I'm going to talk in three main points. One is to do with protection, the inner refuge. A second is the power of positive speech. If you do speak positively, how powerful that is. And then finally, the benefit of it. You know, what is the benefit of positive speech, good communication? You know, there's a lot of benefit for that, a lot of healing with that. And so first one is to do with the idea of protection. So I always tell this, that, you know, in the United States, whenever police stops you and they will say, you know, like, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to remain silent. And if you say anything, can be or will be used against you, right? So that itself is a great teaching, because many situations in our life when we feel uncomfortable with someone, when we are attacked by someone, when we feel conflict with someone, when we feel our mood is not good, we have the right to remain silent. We don't have to say anything. I'm not feeling very good. I'm not in a good mood. So it's just better to be silent. Or this person has nothing much good to say, and I feel like saying something. I'm already internally, I'm criticizing, judging this person. But should I say something? No, I can remain silent. Or even your family, you know, your wife, your children, your husband, you know, they say something, maybe not They could have said differently. They could have used different word. They could have used different sentence. They could have not said it, but they said it already. Now they're testing you. Now you're preparing yourself saying, oh no, what you just said was wrong. Um, Lack of awareness. You immediately in the mood of judging this action of somebody. You're immediately in the mood of judging the speech of somebody. You're criticizing them. So we are, most of the time when we're doing that, we are already, pain's voice in ourselves is already activated, and we are creating sentences. Or I will say this, I will not say this, you know. And usually maybe not say so much. It's always more like I will be saying this strong and more direct and more critical, more pushing somebody's button. We're trying to prepare that. And during those moments, you can remain silent. You don't have to say anything. Because if you do say something, you might make the situation worse. And you're not aware of that. But if you're able to remain silent that moment, because especially the things that you're going to say is nothing good. So silence will protect you, the weapons of the word that you're going to throw on somebody and hurt someone. You will be protected. The awareness of silence will protect you. And of course, in a sense of protection could be very many different levels, from anywhere from the effort to effortless to deep peace and joy. The effort will be effortfully you're trying to control your voice. I really wanted to say something, but I will not say. I'll shut up my mouth. I will not say. I will stay away from my phone, stay away from this situation, stay away from this person. I'm trying to avoid and not act. It doesn't mean you will not act forever. It means you will not act what you're going to act on, which is your negative speech, which going to make the situation worse. And you might get into fight. You might lose your life. You might get injured. Many things could happen. The rage and anger, and nowadays many people, you don't know who you're dealing with. Many situations out there. So the first one, idea of protection, is effort from to the effortless. Effortless will be being in inner refuge, absolutely the purest inner silence, where there is a deep sense of peace. The pain identity, it's not controlling that space. Pain identity is not influencing that inner space. There is a deep sense of peace there. So when you be in that space, the innermost silence place, awareness of innermost silence place, that is what we call inner refuge through silence or through speech. It's the greatest protection. It's the inner refuge, we call it. So anywhere from effortful not speaking to peacefully, joyfully protected in that silence that one can achieve. So how do you achieve that? Simple exercise will be I was just thinking about 3 seconds. Think about, 3 seconds. Very simple, right? 3 seconds. It's not difficult, but you have to remember it's a 3 second exercise, a second of stillness, second of silence, second of spaciousness, openness in the heart, and 3 to 5 deep breathing out. And then once you 5 seconds, and then you already are in a different space. You are not continuously engaging with that pain speech, pain voice internally. And so you are protected with the silence, and you are in that deep protected place and feeling some sense of deep warmth. Talking about silence, where I don't know what that is there. 3 seconds. So a second of just being awareness of the stillness. A second of awareness of the silence. Just feeling it. Second of awareness of spaciousness, just feeling heart more open. In that space, feeling warmth. So the warmth is important. Bringing the awareness to the warmth. And if it's difficult to bring awareness to the warmth, that means there might be still some kind of voices, criticism, judgment, frustration. There's some voices already still there. So breathe out maybe 5 times. Breathe out 5 times. And then feel the warmth. And then either you allow to positive speech. Maybe the level of your awareness of the silence is strong. If it's strong enough, then the positive speech will automatically come out. If your level of connection to the inner silence is not that strong, then you might need to invite, saying, I wanted to say something positive. Like if somebody is very behaving not properly, good, saying something very critical, you can say, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? Rather than saying you're bad, what you did was wrong. Rather than judging, criticizing, being more open, seeing this person is in trouble, this person might be in pain. So are you okay? A positive speech can come out. Because whatever this person is doing, saying, it happened to be is doing to you, saying to you, but it could be anybody, because this person is lost, is in pain. It's just throwing the frustration to you. In the case, in a way, this person is lucky. It's doing to you, not to someone else, not to someone who is crazier than this person is. So this person is more protected. So you basically allow this, invite this positive speech after you do the 3 second stillness, silence, spaciousness, and maybe 5 breathing out, whatever the left remaining kind of energy is there, a deeper connection to the silence, then allowing, inviting a positive speech. I think that's important. And most of the case, I think it will work. But in some case, when it's not working, then you might want to be more aware of, that self-reflection and self-awareness, that how what are you doing in that moment? You're very focused on other person's action most of the time, right? You're very focused on other person's action. This person did this wrong. This person said this wrong. You're very much focused on negative view, opinion about the other person, you have kind of almost lost the connection to yourself. You're not aware your frustration. You're not aware of your pain that you're feeling, emotion that you're feeling. You're not aware of the pain speech, which is activated, which is a lot of negative words, a lot of judgment that you're preparing to say something to this person. You're not aware of anything. So it's not very helpful in those situations. So if you're aware this is what is happening, then you change the focus. Instead of thinking what this person did wrong, focus on what you're feeling that moment. This person is wrong. No, what I'm feeling angry. This person is really bad. No, I'm feeling unhappy. So instead of focusing on what somebody did wrong, you focus on what you're feeling in that moment. So when you're more and more aware of what you're feeling, you are more feeling connection to what you're feeling, then you breathe it out, like at least five times deep breathing out, and you will feel the release. And then you will feel more still, particularly more silence within. The more aware you are of your inner silence, more you are protected. In some point, you will engage more with your awareness of your pain, your beauty of inner silence, the joy of inner silence. So what somebody did is not that attractive. Your experience through inner pain speech to inner silence, the journey is much more fun. And you become a habit of doing that. Then, of course, once you feel connected to the inner silence, it's not like you are controlling, suppressing your voice, but you find your true voice from that space of silence. You find a compassionate voice, kind voice, a creative voice, a voice that which connects, not disconnects, the voice that cares, not hurts. So you begin to hear. So this is the first part, what I'm calling as a protection, and we all need that. So I conclude that going back, as earlier I said, how many issues that we face in our life, separations that we have faced in our life, divorces, losing friends, conflict with others, losing job, not able to speak, losing communication, connections. How many times in our past, in our life, you look, almost all of them, probably all of them, has something to do with your speech. Of course, in Buddhism, people will talk about, four negative speeches, so, lying and gossiping and harsh word and all those things, right? But I'm trying to narrow down here. However you want to categorize it, it's up to you. You know yourself better than any system will know. So definitely is the lack of awareness in communication and choices of word, and the vibration in tones, and it does changes our life. Everything you found in your life, your partner, your job, your connection, your friendship, they also have something to do with your speech. And those you are going through a difficult moment, almost losing someone, a relationship, connection, it has something to do with your speech. And even in the bigger level of the world, peace talks, we call it peace talk. but there's not much peace talk because there's not much, people are internally not feeling peace. People are not internally not feeling much peace. Internally, they are deeply rooted in their pain identity. And then pain identity is absolutely not willing to compromise anything. It's stuck. So there is no peace that they feel inside. So there is no peace talk they can do with others. In a bigger scale, same problem. In a smaller scale, on an individual level, is the same thing. So it's so important that our so the first part of this is very much protecting yourself. Protect yourself. Even like a relationship with people, even with children, anytime you're trying to send a text message or voice message to someone, just think about this. Especially when you're ungrounded, disconnected, when you're emotional, when you're angry, be very aware of what you say. The best thing is not to say, wait. But if you do say, trying to say, what is the minimum what you can say? The minimum what you can say is the better it is. Pain speech, when people talk from that deep pain identity coming out through your speech, pain words, they repeat so many times, like they would say something, the pain they have, they will repeat so many times. I'm sure you have a friend, how many times they have repeated their frustration through their pain speech. You have heard so many times, and they are still repeating so many times to you as if you have not heard before. Because that's what they do. Pain speech cannot distinguish. It's enough. Silence is the way to go. A clear voice is the way to go. Finding your true voice is the way to go. Finding some positive speech is the way to go. It does not know that. It affects your life a lot. So I would recommend to learn to protect your self through your speech. Second, the power of positive speech. So of course, when I talk about protecting yourself, I'm talking about not talking less, talking wisely, talking to the point, not any extra unnecessary words coming from pain identity and pain words, criticism, judgment, trying to minimize all of that. That was the first part. It doesn't mean you don't talk. Of course, the speech is that we talk, we're supposed to talk, supposed to use. One of the beautiful things we have is the language that we know. We're able to express it, articulate. We're able to connect deep with someone using the same language, same emotion coming through that language. 7,000 languages. Every languages have different level of ability to express their inner ideas, emotion, thoughts, feelings, different. So when you're speaking the same language, you do have the richness about ability to connect deep with someone, has so much to do with your choices of words and the amount of use to your talks. So the second one is it's more like encouraging to speak a positive speech. So the first one is, once again, once you begin to be more and more aware of your silence, and whenever you are in the situation where somebody challenges you, takes your inner peace away, has a positive speech away, take same thing, 3 seconds of 3 pills. So basically, second of silence, stillness, second of silence. Second of spaciousness. And be aware of whatever the frustration is there after that. Breathe out 5 times, 3 times, 5 times, whatever those emotions you're feeling. And then after that, rest a little longer, become more familiar with the warmth, inner warmth, like this warmth of love, warmth of kindness, a gentleness, kindness, caring, loving, a basic goodness. And once you do feel this basic goodness, so as I said again earlier, that think about allow, invite, and speak. Allow means you don't do too much, just basically it's like a phone, when somebody is sending you something of a music or image or something on your phone, you have to say allow to everyone, allow the specific person. Do you allow this person to send something? What do you have to say? Click yes. You don't have to do much. You don't have to compress the file, use an intermediate app, and send it through email. You don't have to do all these complicated things. You just say, and they ask you, do you want to allow it? Yes, I allow it. So feeling very hard is feeling very open. In voice, feeling a lot of silence. In the body, feeling a lot of stillness, feeling a lot of warmth and kindness. And I'm allowing my positive speech. I'm interested in my positive speech. I wanted to have my voice a gentle voice, kind voice, voice with some clarity. I allow that. And then whatever it comes, you see it you can think about a loving goddess speaking through you, Shrabchama, wisdom loving mother speaking through you, the inner Buddha of compassion speaking through you, inner mother speaking through you, inner peace speaking through you. It's true. Nothing is interfering. So these voices are coming out. You just simply allow it. But if allowing doesn't work, so in some cases, you can say I'm allowing it, but it's nothing transferring. Nothing is happening. Then you just to say I wanted to invite, see the value of saying exchange of few words, positive words. Like I'm up in here in Vancouver Island, and the people here, there seems really really nice people. Like you're walking here, and everybody's smiling and saying, "Hi, good morning, good morning." Very nice. The energy is very very beautiful. That people, they might be meeting a lot of people, but they're all saying a kind word. Of course, where there's a much more nature, there's much more peaceful, much less stress. Naturally, there is more space for kindness, so that people are, I guess, expressing that instead of being in a big city. There's a traffic, there's a noise, there's a lot of more confusion, there's more stress. So when there's more stress, there's less inner silence. When there's less inner silence, it's hard to find those kind words. So definitely big cities have much more tougher life than in a countryside and a peaceful side. But in some sense, the inner refuge is in the big city, and inner refuge in the small place. It's everywhere. So that is what I would encourage. So let's think about a little bit about the benefit of this. So first of all, I think positive speech, benefit of positive speech. You find so much more friends. You connect easily with people. You you know you're open. So whatever situation you're in, you find something to say. You find something to say, something that everybody laughs, everybody enjoys. You find something to say that people feel, oh, that makes sense. You you know, or you find some way encouraging other people to speak or share something. So speech, it's most important way of connecting with other people. And especially when we don't create a boundary between us, you know, because we in culturally we sometimes we create a lot of boundaries between people. So when there's those boundaries are less there, you kind of open up, speak more. So you're connecting more with people, and when you're connecting more with people, you naturally feel better. You just your body, you can feel your body is feeling better, your mind is feeling better, your health is get better, and you able to find more friends, you're able to find more support, and even whatever you're doing, I mean, whatever information, we live in the world of information. So anytime you are somewhere, you need some information, or I don't know, where you can find a restaurant, where there's a cafe, where there is whatever you're looking for. In order to find those information, the communication is the what makes you find. You find immediately friends. You find immediately job. Immediately there are people there to support you. There's no lack of support that way. But if you open up, if you communicate, if you express your need in right way, it's amazing. Universe is a gift. The support is everywhere. Friends is everywhere. Everybody's willing to help you, support you. I find life very much like that. So, but that has something to do with your communication. And then the deep inside, of course, this the positive speech does not interfere inner silence. When you are aware of inner silence, you are more uh, aware of yourself. The self-realization, awareness of self, or Rigpa, innate awareness, the most direct, what I say, what directly obscures that is the inner voice, inner thought. Means speech obscures the inner awareness. So most deep inside, the most important benefit is your ability to remain in awareness will be less interfere if you are connected more with the positive speech, and more importantly, if you're connected more with this inner silence, then there is no inner disturbances interfering your innate awareness. That's the most important benefit of the practice of silence. So I hope this makes sense. So let's do a short meditation. So sit comfortably. And remember that recent situation where somebody did said something to you, you felt very challenged. And remember and be aware that you are very much most biggest time that you are focusing on the other person, what other person did wrong, what other person said wrong. You are very little aware of what you're feeling. Just be aware of that, even though it's the event of the past, but be aware that's what happened. Not only you're very critical of other person, and not only you lost your lack of awareness of your own feelings, but that it was so strong, you end up saying things that you regret. And particularly when you find out the whole situation, story of the whole situation afterward, then you especially more regret that I should not have said that. Just recognize those events and take 5 deep breathings and release whatever the energy you're feeling this moment. Those judgments, those pain feelings, frustrations, helplessness. Just breathe out deep 5 times. Continuously breathe deep, breathe out, and then gradually be aware of the inner silence. Feel the inner silence. Feel, be aware of inner silence. Enjoy the inner silence. Feel the light of inner silence. Feel the power of inner silence. Feel the liveliness of inner silence. Feel the joy of inner silence. Silence is not just a passive thing. Silence is very alive and active, and it's like a driving force to our positive speech. So be aware of that inner silence as we listen to the Salivya mantra full, and listen to the Salivya mantra. Breathe out this frustration, connect deeper with inner silence, and then in the end, allow or invite positive speech. So what you would say to that person, your husband, your wife, your kid, your friend, what you will say, a nice, compassionate, loving, kind, caring, non-judgmental word from that place of joy and silence and kindness, what you would say. Just allow that in the end. Thank you. So I hope you're able to feel your positive speech. You're able to find your true voice, able to recognize your pain speech, able to breathe it out, able to not react right away, able to take that 3-second stillness, silence, spaciousness, and feeling more deeper, more closer connection to the inner silence, and allowing the voice, your voice coming from that place of silence, not from that pain. So I hope this makes sense. So enjoy your life with beautiful communication and silence with other people. Thank you. So a very important one announcement here. This is a very unique situation where we have offering Alice, one of the students. She is offering this interactive course on, and she's there online. So, and start on Wednesday, July 20th. It's about speech, discovering your true voice. The title is Discovering Your True Voice, basically based on principles of what we're teaching here, but really like individually trying to help each person. But this is a free, but in the future, some of these long classes might not be free. So this is your opportunity to, there's only like a few spots left. The class is limited to 21 people because we want it to be very more intimate. And so only a few spots left. Mariella is going to put the link that you can register. So first come, first serve. So only a few space left there. So I hope you are able to take this opportunity, great gift. And I wanted to thank Elisa to, doing this. This is first time we are doing on Cyber Sangha website, through Cyber Sangha website. So basically we are trying to not only have this hour session online, we have hundreds of hours like this, what we're doing today, and for everybody, but we are also trying to support in a way, that more intimate way of having small group, so that people can really work with themselves, their particular situations. So the teacher will able to pay close attention to individuals. So that it's a great gift, a wonderful opportunity to do that. So I hope all of you take this opportunity. So that's all. Thank you. Enjoy.
Thank you for listening to the Cyber Sangha podcast. If you'd like to learn more about Cyber Sangha, visit us online at cybersangha.net.